In this video, I'll share some of the things I did to help me get a job before graduating college. So stick around for all the information. And if you found value in this content, give it a like. Now with all that being said, let's get into it. Here's a little context about myself. All throughout university, my GPA hovered around 2.6. I did well in my classes, but the final exams what got me. And I graduated university with a 2.77. And I'm happy I graduated with this. Most people don't even graduate with a mechanical engineering degree. Now with that being said, I was still able to land a job before graduating college because I had relative experience. That's the key here. So does GPA matter? It depends. While you're in school, I would say yes, it does matter to an extent, but once you get real world experience, your GPA sort of doesn't matter anymore. How did I land my job before graduating college? I got an internship. That's the key here. Get an internship. And I know it's easier said than done because I applied to multiple companies and got rejected by all of them, except for one. All it takes is that one internship to gain real world engineering experience and you're good. If you watch my previous video talking about automotive engineering salaries, you'll know that I got an interview for Honda, and from that one interview, I applied to 15 positions at Honda. Now granted, my recruiter told me that because I got accepted for the transmission dyno test engineer position, all the other positions I applied for at Honda got denied. So I could have gotten additional interviews from Honda, but out of 15 applications, I got one call back from Honda. So yes, I know it's difficult to get an interview, an internship, and a full-time job. So the thing that helped me get an interview for Honda and a full-time offer was getting an internship at a smaller company. Look for smaller companies. The company I internship for reached out to my university asking for a design intern, and I looked into it and I applied. A few days later, I got a call back for an interview. I went to the interview, and then I think a few days later, I got an offer. So what made me stand out compared to my counterparts that applied for the same position? Well, I don't know for sure, but I like to think it's because I was in Formula SAE my senior year. I brought my design portfolio for a design internship, and I just had a good attitude. And I think those are the things that helped me get that internship. So that was my experience on getting an internship. That internship allowed me to get real world experience and opened up many opportunities for me. Now let's see how I got my interview with Honda. I like to use Honda as an example because all throughout university and basically growing up, I wanted to design cars and work for Honda. And I had the chance to work for Honda, but I realized there are more important things in life, and I'll talk about that in a different video. Let's go to their website and let's apply for an internship. You'll notice they want a 3.0 GPA, and if you have a 3.0 GPA, great. Keep that up and get relative experience because having a 3.0 GPA is not good enough. They want you to have Baja or FSAE experience. Go to the universities that have these programs, gain as much experience from these clubs that you can, that way you can use them in your interviews for potential jobs. Because you have to think, Honda is a large corporation. There are multiple people applying for positions at Honda. But generally speaking, if you do have above a 3.0 GPA and you have relative work experience and a good attitude, you'll pretty much get an internship or full-time position. Fingers crossed, but that's what I found out with most colleagues of mine. Let's say you don't have a 3.0 GPA like myself. What are some of the avenues that you can take that'll help you get into the automotive industry? You'll have to apply as an individual contributor / entry level and get that relative experience to outweigh your GPA requirement. Again, look at smaller companies for internships, join clubs, work part-time in related areas in your major. For the people who can't do part-time jobs like myself because the workload is that difficult, join relative clubs. Look at the position that you want to apply for. See some of the things that they require, things that they recommend. So for example, the positions at Honda, they want to see Baja or Formula. Join those clubs. Spend time with the people there. Work on designs, work on fabrication. Get that experience because you'll be surprised on all the experience, all the stuff you do in clubs, how they will translate to the real world. Also, include your own projects, but these projects have to be engineering related. So are you working on a car? Are you working on an engine? What are some of the side projects that you're doing at home? Talk about the design problems you're facing, some of the things you've learned from your mistakes. What are some of the things that you're trying to improve upon? Talk about the engineering process on your side project. And again, you will be surprised on the things that you do on the side that's related to engineering. Side projects can really help as long as they're specific to the position that you're applying for. For the people that want a part-time job and that can handle a part-time job along with being a full-time student, don't be a waiter, be a welder. There are plenty of waiters out there. Stay away from retail and restaurants. Be a welder. Work in a manufacturing shop, work in a car shop, do stuff that's engineering related or hands-on related, stuff that you can get your hands dirty. If you can't find an internship, look for those part-time jobs that are closer related to engineering. Yes, you can take the easy route as far as taking up a job in the library and doing your homework while you get paid, but that's not gonna help you get engineering experience. I think one of the good academia part-time jobs is being a TA, a teaching assistant. Because to be a teaching assistant at Charlotte, you have to be proficient in the class you're helping the teacher in. So for you, if you want to TA in aerodynamics, that means you know the theory of aerodynamics. You can apply the theory and application for aerodynamics. That way, if you want to apply for aerodynamics engineering position, you can say that you're a TA and that you're competent in the theory and the application of aerodynamic properties for that position. So choose part-time jobs wisely. So again, don't be a waiter, be a welder. These are some of the avenues you can take to help you in excel in your engineering career and offsetting your GPA. There are other options out there for you, but these are the ones that helped me. Now, I'll be honest, I got my internship, my interviews, and my jobs all by myself. Though I did a lot of networking, none of the people I networked helped me, but I was, however, able to help out the people that I networked with. Speaking of networking, people talk about that all the time. You have to network, you have to be in contact with people, you have to have so many people, you have to have so many contacts, which is true in its own regard, but I like to think of networking as just generally trying to get to know that person. You know, be friendly. As one of my mentors said, just be friendly. Just be nice and be friendly, and that will open up many opportunities for you. So when you're networking, don't ask a person, hey, what do you do for a living? What's your job? Ask them their story, how they got in the field of engineering. What were the steps they took to get to the position? Get to know that person. That way you show interest and you will leave an imprint. That way, later down the road, let's say you're applying for a position and that person works at that company, they remember your name, they remember that good interaction you had with them, and they're like, hey, yeah, I remember that person. Let's give them a shot. That way you're in the door for an interview, and again, it's up to you at that point to prove your worth. So to summarize, the things that helped me get my interviews, my internships, and my full-time job was looking at smaller companies because my GPA was not above a 3.0, finding relative experience on my own as far as clubs, part-time jobs, projects on my own, and being friendly and having a positive attitude. So guys, hopefully you can take something out of this video and apply it to yourself, and I wish you the best of luck as far as finding your internships and finding your full-time positions. All it takes is one internship and that will open up so many doors for you. So just keep trying, guys. Get relative experience if you don't have that 3.0 GPA. If you have that 3.0 GPA, keep it up as best as you can and still get that relative work experience. So if you guys found value in this content, give it a like. I surely would appreciate it. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.